Hello everybody, this is Japic and today we're going to be doing another quick cooking video. First and foremost, let me say thank you to everybody who has contributed to our group playlist so far. I want to say we're up to almost 50 entries from the community. So thank you to everybody that has contributed so far. For me, I'm actually going to be making G4's sausages tonight, or at least attempting to. We weren't able to find the same kind of sausages as he has, so I'm not sure if we're going to try this again some other time. But today we've got some hot dogs, but that's not the most important thing tonight. We're going to give it a try. That's the bottom line. And to go with this meal, I'm going to be doing a couple of quick sides. Namely, we're going to be doing a red skin smashed potatoes with garlic, and we are going to be doing some grilled asparagus. So, because I'm going to be eating, frankly, just for myself tonight, I don't have anybody to cook for on this particular occasion. I have 4 red skin potatoes that I've already quite liberally gouged the eyes out of, and I'm going to be peeling up a couple of these while we yak real quick. I do like to have some skin on some of these potatoes, because I don't know if you know this or not, but a lot of the nutrition in a potato is actually its skin. So oftentimes when I'm eating things like baked potatoes, I'm going to eat them whole, honestly, eat the skin and everything. So I'm going to take a few of these down to almost nothing, and then we're going to leave 2 of them with their skin still on, and we'll get them into a pot of boiling water, and we'll kind of go from there. So like I said, this is just a quick little side video is all this is really about. But as a reminder for anybody who hasn't perhaps heard about it, we are, of course, doing the collaborative playlist. That is Vault Girl and myself. And we've gotten some great entries from the community from around the globe. We've gotten some great entries from around the globe. So that is amazing. So thank you all for helping us. There's my cutting board here. And I am interested to see how this Australian dish goes for me tonight, even though I'm not able to find the actual same kind of sausages he was using. Might have to make my own sometime, but that's going to get really complicated because I don't have half the things I need to do that anymore. So, I don't know. We'll see. But for the time being, I think that's what we're going to do. Is we're going to do 3 without most of their skins and 1 with. We're going to take our chef's knife and start parsing these down. Now, a lot of people try to cook their potatoes in big cubes. It's actually not a very efficient way to boil a potato. Given the opportunity, you typically want to have triangle-shaped pieces, and you can do giant wedges of them. And the triangle-shaped pieces are actually going to cook a little bit better than a square piece. But you can do it any way you please. These are all, after all, going to be your potatoes. So, whatever floats your boat. But we're going to cut these up. We're going to get them cooked down. And we'll be back in a few minutes after they've boiled to get some other ingredients into the pot and get these things looking like some better potatoes. So, see you guys in a few minutes. Alright folks, there you have it, asparagus. I don't know how many of you like it, how many of you don't. Some people are really not a fan. For me, it's something I really didn't eat most of my life, but I kind of started eating them in my 20s. But if you don't know very much about asparagus as a general whole, sometimes if the stalks are too big around, they can get very almost woody, not very soft and tender. These ones aren't too big. I intentionally purchased smaller ones, but if they were bigger, big around as, for example, my thumb, some of them are, you are going to want to try and trim those down some with a potato peeler. You can take some of the layers off and make them a little more tender. But the truth is, most of the stuff down here towards the stalk, I'm just going to be cutting most of these off. I've already washed all these, but we're going to be, like I said, taking them to onto a grill. So we're just going to go ahead and nip these guys off. And the truth is, if you're going to be using them for soup or something like that, you have lots of extra pieces. But I'm not. I'm going to be grilling these up, and the preparation is actually really, really easy. All you need to do is take your asparagus and just double check and make sure there's no more gnarly spots, nothing I need to be worried about. My potatoes are boiling across the room, so that's good news. But the preparation of these things is very, very easy. All you really need is just a little bit of olive oil to coat them. I'm just going to make a little bit of a mess on my cutting board because it's going to be the simpler way to do this. But we're going to basically just put a little bit of olive oil on all of these and basically coat them. And then we're going to get them over to a hot pan. There we go. And I only put maybe, I don't know, a tablespoon. But we lightly oiled them. We're going to get some salt and pepper in the pan itself. But we'll get going on this next portion. So see you guys in a minute. Easy peasy. Alright, I know what you're thinking. I said grilled asparagus. But here's the trick. I live in an apartment. They don't allow me to have a grill. So instead, whenever I want something that is going to be grilled here at the house, I just go ahead and get out my cast iron pan that has the grill marks in it. So that's what we're going to be doing for our asparagus. Now this pan is about medium-high heat, getting nice and warm. Let me get one of these real quick and test it. Yeah, not quite warm enough yet. Very close though. Yeah, let's just go with it. So we are going to slap down onto our grill, aka grill pan, about half of our asparagus. Yeah, they're definitely not quite warm enough. And these are just going to cook for a few minutes. They're really quick and easy. I do apologize for the sound of my boiling potatoes that are quite loud in my ear, and I don't know if it's going to be loud for you guys or not. But once these are on the pan here, we should be able to hit them with a little bit of kosher salt. I'm just going to stick to the oil. A little bit of pepper. And as I said, here's those potatoes we were talking about. Oops, teaming the camera. Sorry about that. Here's these potatoes. They've been on for about 5 minutes now, but they need a little bit longer. I did end up putting about a clove of chopped garlic into it. I figured, what the hell? Let's start getting the garlic in now. So those red potatoes are boiling, and we'll let them do their thing. And this, I hope, doesn't get too smoky for us. Yeah, I should have this damn thing hotter. Well then, on that exact note, we'll just cut and be right back. Well, folks, in retrospect, I don't think that was the brightest idea I've had this week. We did get our grilled asparagus. There they are. Lovely, tender, wonderful, ready to go. The however is, that wasn't the best plan to use in my house. That pan got a little smoky on me, so you should probably grill outside, you know, on a grill. But there it was. It's done now. Anyhow, potatoes are done cooking, so that's a bonus. Several other people have mentioned that they don't really use measures when cooking, and the truth of the matter is, I usually don't either. But since I've been having to provide you guys with some recipes and some guidelines to follow, I have to admit I've been using more measures lately than I typically would. What we're going to do is we're going to take only a couple tablespoons of butter and maybe a quarter cup of milk, and we're going to mash these guys up, although my masher is not present. So we're going to mash these up directly in the pan. Like I said, we have a little bit of butter, a little bit of milk, and I don't want these to be very smooth. I want them to be chunky. I'm going for the mashed, not the whipped angle. As you can see, we still have bits of red skin floating through our potato. I feel it gives a little bit more texture. I've misplaced my salt. How embarrassing. There it is. So this, of course, is salt and pepper to taste. Personally, I like the pepper. So we're going to make sure we include plenty of that. Man, I need one of those electric ones like Helene has. Oh well. So, well, hell, there those are. Nice and easy and fast. Done. Let me get a little taste test on these. Still plenty lumpy. Oh, I don't know. I don't know if they're quite together enough for my liking. Thinking a little bit more butter. But otherwise, I think we'll be maybe a little bit more milk too. Cream these things up just a teeny bit. So, I know that this isn't necessarily the most healthy thing in the whole world to eat, but they're not exactly terrible for you. Now, and the more I mix these, the more they're mashing. So I guess we're going to have a little closer to smooth potatoes anyway, instead of quite so lumpy. That's alright. My franks, my sausages from G4 are almost done. I should have about 5 more minutes, and then I will give you guys a plate. See you soon. Well, folks, there you have it. G4, thanks for the recipe. They still look a lot like hot dogs. I don't know exactly how they taste yet. I didn't go for a traditional ballpark frank or anything like that, so we're going to see where this takes us. But just a quick little video to show you that it doesn't take too long to make up some amazing sides to go with an amazing meal. So thank you very much for the recipe again, G4. I am going to go dig in. I have I've tasted my potatoes. I've eaten a few of the asparagus spears, just kind of getting all this on the plate. And with the asparagus, it's real nice because there's a little bit of char from the grill. It brings out a little bit of almost a smoky flavor for some of those. But yeah, happy eating. And once again, if you guys have any submissions you would like to share with the world, share it with all of us here on YouTube. You know, prove that gamers and geeks can cook, and let's all have some fun and some food and some good community. Thanks for your time. Japic, signing off.